Today, our Lauren Andrego and Adam Lorenz are out and about along that parade route, and we can't wait to bring you some of the sights and sounds of today. So they are just getting things kicked off here. From Rice Park to Mears Park is the stretch, and if you're watching us live on Fox Local, fox9.com, and maybe you're also watching on our YouTube channel as well. We want to welcome everybody in to this very special coverage. Let's just listen for a second and take in some of the sights and sounds. You are listening to the St. Paul Police Band. Started in 1924. They have more than 70 members. It's civilians, retirees, veterans, and they always like to get things kicked off here in an exciting way and get people pumped up for this parade. As we're just getting started here, why don't we head out to our Lauren Andrego, who's along the parade route, and see what kind of fun. Oh, I love it, Lauren. You look so festive. How much fun to be out there today, as you are now a St. Paulite.
I am a St. Paulite, Amy, so it just feels right to be here right in the middle of the action. We're at Rice Park, and we've got the parade route here set up. They're just waiting to get started as we make this hour-long journey from Rice Park to Mears Park. You know, 59 years ago, this whole parade started by just a couple of bar owners who said, we've got a ton of Irish pride here in the Twin Cities. We need to channel that and put it into something, and that's how this parade was born. Now, 59 years later, we have thousands of people here on Rice Park. I'm looking at Mayor Melvin who is at the front of the parade route. We're trying to get our eyes on Joe Mauer. He's your celebrity grand marshal today. I'm also seeing a bunch of Irish dancers who are all dressed to the nines. We've got several bands here. One behind me representing Minnesota firefighters who have all been part of a band, and all sorts of Irish groups. You know, we have dozens of Irish groups from St. Paul and beyond. They are all here today. Someone gave me these beads, Amy, and I will just say we've been here for about 2 hours. The weather is perfect, especially with the month that we have been through. I think 65 and sunny is about as good as we could ask for. I've seen people in shorts and t-shirts. I see people with winter coats on. It seems like just overall, everyone's here to have a good time. We've got food trucks and music playing, and it sounds like there's even more fun going on in Mears Park at the end of this route. So throughout the hour, Adam and I are going to be all along the parade route. We're going to find some interesting people to talk to and find the fun, the proverbial gold at the end of the rainbow in Mears Park coming up in a bit. I'm so excited to be here, Amy. I've been a St. Paul resident for about 4 years now. This is my first time covering the parade, and there's nowhere I'd rather be. I feel the St. Paul pride and the Irish pride, even though I'm not Irish one bit.
That's awesome, Lauren. We can feel your excitement. You look great out there. We just want to show folks as the parade is getting started here, we're able to kind of see things. You might be ahead of us on the route, but we want to let folks know what's going on and kind of take in some of the action here. And Ryan, if you're able to kind of see the sides of the truck here, I've got a list of some folks, and I'm just not sure where we're at here.
Yeah, Amy, we just saw the 2025 Distinguished Irish Woman Micaiah Griffin just went by.
Okay,
so that was right before
fantastic.
this. Yep.
So she's the executive director of the Rondo Community Land Trust, and then behind her is Chief of Police Axel Henry, who's going to be coming up, and I'm not sure if we just saw him or if he's coming up here as well.
He went by. This is the Irish Gazette.
Oh,
they're going at a steady pace here, Amy.
So Irish Gazette, you guys, this is so interesting. So this is a group of students from Rosemont High School, and it is a student-run paper. It's been online for a couple of years now, and I was just reading a little bit about them. Very, very interesting group there. And then behind them is Mr. Pat.
Yep.
Todd Hurley is Mr. Pat, and he's representing the city well. And let's see.
Yeah, he's the president and CEO of the St. Paul Port Authority, and he gets the honor of being Mr. Pat.
Yes. And I think we have some former Mr. Pats as well who are there. And many years of tradition following Mr. Pat.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
So
to
once a
Top Early.
Mr. Pat, or you always a Mr. Pat?
I think so.
Is that how that works?
I think that's exactly how it is. Once King Boreas, always King Boreas, right? I think that's just kind of the way it is. And then behind him, I think we'll see coming up is Miss Shamrock. So we have a Mr. Pat, and we have a Miss Shamrock as well, who's Mary Fisher this year. So congratulations to them. Yeah, they are moving at a clip, Ryan.
They really are, yeah. I want to tell them to slow down a little bit because we want to get a little bit more. I think this is Miss Shamrock here. Mary Fisher, as you said, yep. Mary, a lifelong St. Paul resident.
Yes.
And she's been attending the parade since she was little. Many St. Paul natives, I believe this is kind of, you put this on your calendar and you just go. Whether it's on a Monday or whether it's on a Wednesday. You're there.
She is a student, she's a scientist, she's also a community leader, and her Irish roots trace back to the Great Famine when her ancestors immigrated to America. And that's one of the cool things about this parade, is that we get to see so many different families represented, and you get to learn just a little bit about who they are and their roots and the pride that they have all day. Every day, all year, but particularly today when they can really share it with the rest of us. So congratulations to Mary Fisher on being named Miss Shamrock 2025. She's
currently going to Oregon State University, so she may head to, maybe they're on spring break or she made the trip back here. I mean, when you're Miss Shamrock, you got to come back.
And former Miss Shamrocks as well, following behind. So again, so much tradition.
I think our friend Adam Lawrence is out along the parade route here. Let's see if we can get to Adam here. Adam, can you hear us?
Absolutely, absolutely. Hello, Amy. Hello, Ryan, and welcome. I got some students from Carnival. We're celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Hey, are you guys taking the day off of school? Like, what's going on here? They're taking the day off of school. The Raiders are out here in downtown St. Paul celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Hey, what's your favorite part about St. Patrick's Day?
Gingers! It's gotta be gingers.
Gingers. Okay, right on. Hey, we love the Cretan-Durham Hall love right here in downtown St. Paul. And hey, Joe Mauer's just a few stops ahead of me. I'm gonna go see if I can get him next. Back to you all.
He's just fantastic. Oh, this is the Brian Boru Irish Pipe Band, and their mission, you guys, I'm gonna let you listen here, then I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it. Let's listen in. So good. So they are an organization that works to preserve and advance Irish piping, drumming, and dancing. Behind them we have the St. Patrick's Association, and this is the group, you guys, that really is the heart and soul of this parade. They help coordinate everything, put everything together, volunteers and the like. So a big thank you to this group of folks who've worked so hard to put together one of the gems of the Irish community in St. Paul. And behind them you can see is St. Paul Mayor Melvin Carter. Let's see if we can get eyes on oh, it looks like he might have
He's hiding a little bit from us.
So fast.
Yep, we're going to try and connect. Lauren's going to try and connect with Mayor Carter.
And they're stopping and chatting with people along the route.
Yeah, there he is, dressed out in his wild gear.
There,
running.
Trying to help the kiddos with the little candy there, and yeah, very nice. So Melvin Carter, of course, elected mayor of St. Paul in 2017 and then re-elected in 2021. And has a long family history of living in St. Paul. His father, of course, is St. Paul police officer for many years. So a lot of deep St. Paul roots for the Carter family as well. This is
St. Paul Fire right behind him.
Yeah, St. Paul Fire coming up behind here. So local 21st. Welcome to the parade. Oh, there you go. Did I hear we've got the mayor?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Lauren is with Mayor Melvin Carter.
He's taking a picture. He's taking a picture right now. Just say.
Oh, he's taking a picture. I can kind of hear. You know what? He's busy.
Hi.
Here he comes.
We're waiting patiently.
It's all good.
Mayor Carter, I'm Lauren from Fox 9.
Good
to see you. How are you feeling?
I'm just hanging out downtown with about 100,000 of my closest friends, having a great day for St. Patrick's Day.
I have seen you hold about a dozen babies so far today.
I mean, we're just getting started.
You've been mayor. This is your 8th parade of St. Patrick's
That's
Day.
right.
What do you love about this day and the energy?
Oh, it's just cool the way people come out. It's the middle of the day on a Monday, and we're just out here having a great time. The sun came up for us today, and we're just going to have a blast by the time the day is over.
Yeah, it did. Any plans after this? Are you celebrating even more?
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's my job to be out and about, so I think we're going to go pour some beer somewhere and go hang out and just try to be everywhere we can to have a great time downtown.
Oh my gosh, you're a popular guy. I'll let you get back to it. Mayor Melvin Carter, thank you for your time. Have fun.
Have a good time. Happy
Thank
St.
you.
Patrick's Day, everybody. You shouldn't be on watching at home. You should be out here.
You heard him.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
You should be out here celebrating.
That's right. See you later.
This is so much fun, Amy. We're going to try to meet some more people. Senator Tina Smith and Senator Klobuchar are both here, too. Lots of important people in Minnesota here to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Well, thank you, Lauren. Let's take it back and just kind of listen in here on the parade as we look at one of the clans, one of the families coming through. So much of this tradition is watching the clans come through, the families who have such rich history, rich Irish roots. Let's check back in with Adam Lorenz as we're going. Adam, you found some of the littlest fans here.
Absolutely, Amy. I found the cutest St. Patrick's Day fans here at the parade. Remy and Nora. Can you all say Happy St. Patrick's Day? Remy and Nora have been coming to the St. Patrick's Day every single year of their life. This is one of their favorite days of the year. What's your favorite part about St. Patrick's Day?
What's your favorite part? What do you like in spring? Candy.
I think they like the candy and the handouts here. We got candy being thrown. We have beads being thrown. It really is an awesome atmosphere. Oh, we just got hit with some candy, some Tootsie Rolls. I'm going to go find some more people. Back to you all in the studio.
All right, let's listen in to some more of the parade. We've been watching some of the clans come through, the O'Neills, the O'Malleys, the Gibbons, the McCauley, and let's just keep listening in and take in some of the natural sound of this parade. Fun fact, the Irish love Montel Jordan. I didn't know if you knew that. You gotta mix it up. You gotta get people hyped. That's the way to do it, right? Let's see who we have coming up here. Irish dance. Oh, this, yeah, this is, hang on. Let me get caught up, Ryan. Is that the Rink and the Cree group? Was that them? Yes, I think it is. I think this is the Rink and the Cree. Okay, this is a traditional Irish dance group, huge in St. Paul, ages 3 and up, but they have dancers that are, you know, older and younger. It's just a fantastic group, a really, really big, impactful group in the Irish community. So the Rink and the Cree, traditional dancers, wouldn't be an Irish parade without them here in St. Paul. As we see some more of the clans coming up.
Yep, this is the Donahue clan here. You know, anyone who's kind of watched this knows it's kind of just a mixture of families, and you know, it's anything from Irish dancers to, you know, mayors, all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of the portion we're at here. Just look at this gathering here. Yeah, I mean, it's starting to, you know, slow a little bit as the parade gets started, and things, you know, it starts with a clip and then it kind of slows down as the parade slows down, and they hand out all the candy and everybody's out there. But again, what a beautiful, beautiful day today. You know, in the 50s right now, low 40s, sorry, high 40s, low 50s right now. Just an incredibly beautiful, perfect day, because if you've been out at this parade other years, you know that March just brings the craziest weather, and you can have freezing cold temperatures, you can have really, really hot days, and I think just about everyone would agree that this is about the perfect weather. And I think, Amy, our friend Adam Lawrence is out on he's walking the parade here. Fantastic. Let's check. Oh, hey, there he is. Hey, who'd you find, Adam?
Yes, I'm here with the Miss Shamrock Princesses. What are y'all's names?
I'm Alejandra Kelly. I'm Natalie Schaffner.
Alejandra, Natalie, what does it mean to be a Miss Shamrock here at the St. Paul-St. Patrick's Day Parade?
It's a lot of representing the association. A lot of people don't know it's not the city that puts on the parade. It's our St. Patrick's Association here in St. Paul. That makes it all possible. Yeah.
Yes.
Right, keep walking.
We'll keep walking, yeah.
But what it means to be out here on St. Patrick's Day is to celebrate being Irish. Yes. And on St. Patrick's Day, everyone is Irish, and that's the best thing to celebrate.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's great talking to you all. Enjoy the rest of your walk today. Yes.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Back to you all. Find some more people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's just listen in for just a minute. I just kind of want to listen and take in some of the sounds here before we go back to Lauren. Nope, let's go to Lauren because she's got a great guest. Lauren, who do you have?
Hi, this is Pat O'Neill. He's representing the O'Neill's clan. Happy St. Patrick's Day. You look amazing.
Thank you very much. It's a great day for St. Paul.
Tell me about the O'Neill's clan.
Well, we're from St. Paul since 1873, I think it is. We march every year. I was in every parade since 1967. I'm a Mr. Pat 2006. My dad, my uncle, and my sister was Miss Shamrock. We're all Mr. Pats, so it's a great day.
It runs in the family. What do you do after the parade?
We have a party at our law firm, Larson King. There's a tent party. You're invited. Okay. Come bring your camera up. And then you're invited too. So it's Larson King, and then we go to J.R. Max and Shamrocks and Sweeney's.
Big fun tradition. Yeah. Thank you so much. Happy St. Patrick's Day. This is fun, Amy. Back to you.
All right. Well, let's get back to the action and our main camera here as we take a look at this is 9 Lives, and this is actually, hang on, I'm gonna find my notes here. This is a Minnesota nonprofit thrift store in St. Paul. So they do a lot of good and give back to the community via a thrift store. Again, it's called 9 Lives, and a part of this 58th annual St. Patrick's Day parade. Yeah, and right before that, Amy, we had the North Star Irish Wolfhound Club. So kind of the animal section. Here we have some animal floats here, too. That's fantastic. Yeah, they work to preserve those Irish breeds, the Wolfhound, the Standard. Also, we had a group earlier, too, that we didn't get a chance to talk about, and they also are the Native Dogs of Ireland group, and they just promote dogs that are native to the Emerald Isle as well. So, oh, look how cute. Oh, okay. I gotta believe this is intentional.
It's got to be, right?
Yes. I mean, unless it's a, it's a play on, I don't know, who was it? Terrence Shannon Jr.
I like that reference. Yes, the Terrence Shannon
recently
Jr.
hung upside down. The O'Keefes, I love it. If you're gonna stand out, you gotta go for it. And the O'Keefes are going for it.
I'm gonna give the O'Keefes the benefit of the doubt. I think that's intentional.
I do too.
Yep. Just like that onesie's intentional right there. 100%. I like that.
Could be one or two, too many Guinness pints, and then you're hanging it upside down. But we're gonna go with intentional. So. Oh, fantastic. Here's some more families as well.
The Kellys and the Poltas here.
Yep.
And just behind them will be the Callahan clan.
It's so great, if you ever take the time, or if you don't know much, to read about the history, how the Irish came here, and just the hardworking history that really helped mold St. Paul specifically. They tended to be really sort of heavily represented in public safety and fire departments, police, and politics. In fact, there was this long line of Irish mayors, starting with William Mahoney in 1932. And then 9 of the 10 next mayors in the city of St. Paul were Irish. So really a nod to the beginnings of St. Paul and how much they had an impact on in creating what we know today. Adam Lorenz, who have you found?
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
Oh yes, we have Henley here. Henley is celebrating St. Patrick's Day. She is obsessed with all the candy. Henley, can you tell everybody Happy St. Patrick's Day? How many St. Paul St. Patrick's Day parade is this for you? A lot of St. Paul St. Patrick's Day parade. And what's your favorite part of the day? All the candy. Henley loves the candy. Thank you so much, Henley. Have a great rest of your day, all right? All right, we're going to keep getting candy here, Amy. We'll bring some back to the Fox 9 studio. I'm going to find some more people out here.
I tell you what, with Adam's wingspan, he's very tall. He should be getting all the candy and be the most popular guy there right now, because he could just be handing it out left and right.
Amy, I'm going to chime in here because it's baseball. So
let's do it, Ryan.
This is the St. Paul Saints. We know this mascot, right?
Oh, we sure do. Hello, Madonna. Love it. Love the St. Paul Saints.
Saints, obviously, just down the way there in Lower Town at CHS Field. It's almost time for St. Paul Saints season.
Well, and did I see somewhere that there's a little party that's going to go on at CHS Field a little bit later? Let me find my notes.
But that would be a good place to have
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Sure would. I'm going to find my details on that, because that would be a great place to go. So yeah, the Saints minor league baseball team here. Speaking of history, wow, great history with the city, and it just wouldn't be a parade without them as well. The Moynahans. Hello, hi. It's like she's waving at us. Hello, Moynahans. Hey. Maybe she is. Yes. I wish I could wave back.
She knows she's on Fox Local right now.
Probably.
They get it. I think our Lauren Andrago might be ready. She's walking. She is now in the parade, I believe. Lauren, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I met some Irish dancers who I've been talking to all morning. This is Susanna and Britta. Where are you guys from?
We're St. Paul.
Oh, St. Paul. That's kind of obvious. Okay, so not your real hair, right?
No.
How long does it take you to get ready for one of these days?
Probably about an hour for hair, an hour for makeup.
Hour for hair, an hour for makeup. When did you wake up this morning?
6 o'clock, yeah.
Are you dancing a lot today?
Yeah, we're dancing a ton.
Where can people come watch you dance?
We'll be at O'Shaughnessy Distillery and the Local later.
Yeah. O'Shaughnessy Distillery, right off University Avenue. And then is this just a big weekend for you guys?
Yes. We were at America yesterday. We've had a big weekend.
Yeah. How old are you and how long have you been dancing?
I'm 15 and I've been dancing for more than 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm 18 and this is my 11th year.
Oh my gosh. Well, God bless you, girls. Thank you so much for your time. Have fun today. O'Shaughnessy Distillery is where you can watch them dance tonight. One of many Irish bars where there will be Irish dancing all night long, Amy. I'm stuck in the parade route. We're going to find some more people to talk to in a minute.
Yeah, great. So that's the group we were telling you about a little bit earlier, Rinkinnakia. Just when you think about Irish dancing in Minnesota, that really is the group that you're going to think about, because they just have such an incredible impact. And look who's right there, O'Shaughnessy Distillery. I know Rinkinnakia also had a big weekend performing as well. Like I said, just if you ever get a chance to see them, even on like YouTube, just pull them up. They're so talented and just really fun to watch. Oh, and more dogs too, Ryan. We love it. Love to see it. The Kenny clan coming up behind as well. The distillery. We have what? Let's see, 103 different entries this year, and we are somewhere in the
we're almost a 40-ish.
Yeah, 47, 40. We're coming up on 50, so we're almost like halfway done here.
We are flying through this. We said
really
Lauren Drago has made, she found her way into the parade. Adam Lorenz has also, and he's along the route here, and he's met some new friends as well. Adam.
Yes, Ryan. I have met some new friends. We got some Irish dancers here. Yes. And, hey, how many years of St. Patrick's Day parades have you all been doing?
About 10 years.
10 years? Oh my goodness. All right, can we have you all just do a little bit of a jig for the people here? Let me flip my camera around. Give me 1 second.
All right,
let's get it. Here we go.
First, 5, 6, 7, 8.
They're all in here. They are all in St. Patrick's Day Parade. That was awesome right there. We love a nice and traditional Irish dance. I'm going to keep finding more people for you all, Ryan and Amy. Having so much fun out here, downtown St. Paul. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
They're amazing. I don't know much about Irish dancing, but I know we had some dancers in here last week, and I was listening to the instructor talk to them and how they need to tuck their toes and all these tiny little details that you just never think of. But yeah, just amazing. That's the Conley clan, everybody. Joe Conley. We just saw the Kenny clan, and then coming up after them is going to be the Winter Carnival portion, and you can see it coming up behind them.
Look at this transition, Amy. I mean, we're going from Winter Carnival to St. Patrick's Day. It's almost like the handing off the torch. You know?
It really is, yeah. Winter Carnival Royal Family this year. What a great Winter Carnival again we had in St. Paul. Just a fantastic series of events, and you can kind of see behind. Well, let's just check in here. Looks like we're getting some candy.
Or are those Winter Carnival buttons?
Are they the buttons?
Like leftover buttons, maybe?
No. Or maybe last year's?
I don't know.
Well, you know, you can buy this button. For those who don't know, this button is really a tradition. It's a collector's item. And they work to sell them every year. The funds go to support local charities as well. And then you can actually win. Isn't there a winner?
You can win if you buy. Now, if you buy, are you talking about the St. Patrick's Day
The St. Patrick's Day parade, yeah.
Yeah. Those ones, yeah. Anyone who purchases a button can get a chance to win $1,500. So not bad.
We want to just recognize right now, you may see some familiar faces right there. John Harrington, who is King Boreas, the 88th King Boreas, and then Tessa Westland right next to him is the Aurora Queen of the Snows. So representing, and then of course the Vulcan crew following them as well. They, in case you don't know, the lore, they represent the warm side of the Winter Carnival, the Vulcans. Yeah, so always an integral part of all things Winter Carnival. Let's just listen for a minute. Hey. Oh. Ryan, next year, all-day goals, is to put a big boom microphone on that speaker on the camera that we have stationary, so that I can talk to everybody as they're going along and ask questions.
I like that
and
a
they
lot.
can answer, and we can just engage with them. That would be fun.
I'm sure our tech people can make that happen easily. Another person who's been making things happen, Adam Lorenz. You've got another guest here along the parade route. Take it away.
That's right, Ryan and Amy. I have Mike O'Dilley here. Mike is the best dressed person here in St. Paul at the St. Patrick's Day Parade. How many St. Patrick's Day parades is this for you here in St. Paul, Mike?
Since the beginning, 1967.
Since the beginning, 1967. That is unbelievable. Hey, tell us about all of these buttons that you got going on here. I see Guinness. You got some other buttons. Are these from all over the world here?
All over the United States.
All over the United States. And Mike has been passing out beads and buttons to everybody he has met here. Mike, you are the best dressed person today at the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Say happy anniversary to my wife.
Absolutely. Happy anniversary, Miss O'Dilley.
Like to see you.
Yes, awesome. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Ryan, I'm going to find some more people for you and Amy.
He the one that's gonna make it.
All right, good times. Oh, who do we have here, Ryan?
And I was going to ask Adam if he'd found Joe Mauer yet. Did we have a Joe Mauer sighting? He's the
That
celebrity.
rascal snuck right past us, didn't he?
Yeah, he snuck
sure
right
did.
by us. Where are we here, Amy?
I think we are going to be at the, it's either the Burke Brigade, possibly.
I think they passed.
Did they? Lucky Strains?
This thing is moving, Amy.
It really is.
And then it kind of stalls for a little bit, but then it picks up the pace.
I don't know, because I don't see any other musicians.
So I believe this is the Emerald Society of Minnesota. They are a bagpipe band. This looks like a bagpipe band. Let's listen in. There we go, the Emerald Society of Minnesota, and behind them,
wait for it, wait for it, Ryan, you see what I see?
I don't know if I do see what you see. What do you see?
Well, if that's the Emerald Society,
one would think we've got some bouncers.
The bouncing team should be somewhere in here. Oh.
You know, these things, though, they get a little bit out of order sometimes, so.
The bouncing team just bounced right out of there.
They bounced right by us, yeah.
And they'll be back, but yes.
Look at the people, though. This is, we've talked all day about the weather. I mean, this is, you could not dial this up any better. Let's listen.
Oh, you know what, Ryan? I think, unless we got out of order, I don't think we're to the Emerald Society yet, and I don't think we're to the bouncing team yet. So McMahon's, the Welsh McCarthy, and the Gillespie clan is kind of who we're seeing now. And then up behind them should be the Emerald Society of Minnesota.
Okay.
So let's see. Oh.
There's the bouncing team.
There we go. Okay, let's listen in. so great.
No mistake there. That's the bouncing team.
That is the bouncing
100%.
team. We usually see them during the Winter Carnival. Our very own Randy Meyer has been on that very same, sheet slash.
Does he bounce?
Bouncer. Yes, he
Randy?
did. He did. Yes, absolutely. Something we look forward to every year, but it's usually below zero when they're doing it, so it's kind of fun to see them doing it. Oh, he's gonna go again.
It would also be funny if this wasn't the bouncing team and they were just ad-libbing on the fly here.
Just some random people with a springy sheet. How could you not find joyful moments in this? I just feel like everybody must be smiling and just feeling so good right now. It's just such a joyful event. And
well, Amy, I think next year our goal is, you talked about putting a microphone where people can hear you. I think we should be down there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying in the parade, but I'm not also saying not in the parade.
But also, why not? Our resident Irish representative, Kelly O'Connell from our morning show, was the Grand Marshal in the Minneapolis parade a few years back, and I feel like maybe she can represent us and we can just put this thing together as we take a look at some more of the clans, the Casey and the Riley and the Coughlin clans.
If she's got an in, then
I think she might.
Let's talk to Kelly. I think we're getting back on track here for the schedule. I think we got a little bit mixed up there midway. But
about 3/4 of the way through already. The Leprechauns of St. Paul is the group that is going to be.
Now we have the O'Toole, so maybe the Leprechauns
they just
passed
walked
us by.
past.
That's a fascinating group, though. They started in 1985. Just a group of guys started that group. So, and maybe it was just that group that went by. That's why we missed them.
Now looking at the O'Toole, Quinlan, Hickey, Connolly, Rice clans. They all just came together. Okay, it's the O Birthday Girls. And Ryan?
Do we think their birthdays fall on St. Patrick's Day?
It has to be.
Right?
I am doing a quick Google because this is one that I didn't have.
You Google that.
It is a
Adam
simple.
has found more friends. Let's check out what Adam's doing along the parade route here. Adam, what's going on?
I'll let you know.
Hey Adam, can you hear me? Who are your friends?
Absolutely, Amy and Ryan. I am here. This is all one family, right? Everybody's here together. We're all celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Let me get some names. What's your name? Mia Rose and Tyler. How many St. Patrick's Day parades are you for the year? A few? You taking the day off of school today? Yeah. No school today. What school do you go to? I'm going to call them and make sure they know you're not here. Riverview School. Hey, you know what? It's all good. We're having fun here in downtown St. Paul. The St. Patrick's Day Parade. We just had a band go by that was playing when the Saints go marching in. We are celebrating.
That's right. We are family.
It's all good here, Amy Ryan.
I wanted to hear them sing some more. That was really good. Maybe we can go back to them in a minute and they can keep singing for us. Oh. Ryan?
More things flying.
This seems less safe. What is going on?
The child?
I hope not. What is Ryan?
Yes.
Okay, let's just,
that's not an actual
that's
human.
not an actual yeah, let's just make sure our folks at home know. Well,
that one went really high.
The sheet kind of gave it away, but yes, not a real person. Just having some fun, just some good, clean fun out there on the parade route.
Where are we here now? We see, we go to Adam, we go to Lauren, then we lose track.
It's okay. We can pick it right back up. I think we just have some more families coming through. All different generations. Love to see it. Everybody coming together, friends and family. Hello.
Here's the Taft clan.
Yes.
Am I saying that right? Taft clan?
Yeah, you know what, Ryan, you and me both on some of these names. I feel like also next year we're going to have someone kind of riding shotgun here that can help us with. I feel bad if I'm mispronouncing some of these.
And I am Irish, so
yeah.
I don't have an excuse here, so I should be pronounced. Somewhere my mom's at home saying, "You're not doing that right."
Ryan.
Lauren Andrago looks like she has found someone, a friend. Lauren, if you can hear us, take it away.
Oh my gosh, hi Ryan. I finally got a good view of the parade route. I'm up here with my new friend John, who made the drive up from Chisago. What have you been thinking so far?
Oh, it's fun. My mother's McRorty and her mother was McBride. So I've got some Irish in me, yeah.
Is this a tradition for you to come watch this parade?
I've been here quite a few times, yeah, it's fun.
What else do you like to do on St. Patrick's Day? Any post-parade activities?
When I was younger, I liked green beer an awful lot. So
Maybe today?
Later.
John, thank you so much for your time. You got the good spot in the sun.
Yes.
Amy, if you're in the sun, it is just fantastic out here. Gets a little windy and a little cold when you're in the shade. We've got another marching band coming behind us, but if you can find some elevation, you are a king up here watching the parade.
That's fantastic. I wonder. Let's go to this. Let's just see what we've got here. More toward the beginning of the route. Lauren is a little bit farther down.
That's the spot right there where Lauren is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had an amazing spot that he had staked out. Such a popular parade. And Ryan, you were talking about being Irish, and so in Minnesota, the statistic I found was 11.8% of Minnesotans have some Irish in them. So compare that to German being the most, 38%, Norwegian 17%, and then Irish at 11%. So many, and again, the history of St. Paul just really built around those Irish immigrants as well. The O'Kane clan, Ryan, as we take a look at where we are here on the sheet, we've just hit into the 80s, which makes me sad because there are only 103 entries.
I know.
So it feels like it's kind of like sand through the hourglass almost. It's happening too fast, but it's been so fun to get some perspective on the ground with Lauren and Adam and get to just see everybody. And sometimes we can't even hear what they're saying, but we just know they're having the best time ever, and hopefully folks at home are getting a taste of that as well.
Here we got a bit of a separation in the parade as there looks to be some sprinting happening or running, which is impressive on St. Patrick's Day, honestly.
It sure is.
And yeah, Amy, we're 45 minutes into this. This parade typically lasts about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. So that's kind of where we're at right here. Here comes the O'Kane clan. They came with a sign on wheels. I like that. So no holding of the sign required.
So great.
And their strategy was just wait for the parade to go, and then we're going to run. Mm-hmm. We're just going to sprint.
Yep. Let's pause things, give us a little bit of a runway here, and then we're just going to go for it.
They might have been watching on Fox Local. We were saying it was going too fast, so they kind of slowed it up for us a little bit.
Coming up here is the Fingles clan, the Metronome Brewery as well. So many pubs, in St. Paul. That's how you know you're in St. Paul, because there are so many of them, and it's just such a great part of kind of the fabric of the culture there as well. In fact, the Big Button Buyer, many of you will know what that is, was the Pillbox Tavern this year, and we've talked a little bit about the buttons, how collectible they are, how if you purchase one of the St. Patrick's Day buttons, you can also win. I think it's $1,500, and they draw in April for that as well. So if you see folks selling that, the money goes back into the community. And
Amy, let's check back with Adam. Adam has more friends.
Here we go.
Adam, take it away.
I absolutely, Amy and Ryan, I'm here. We're just having such a festive time. We have so many kids here. Hey, can you all just shout out your names? Tell everybody what your names are. And can you all give us a big happy St. Patrick's Day?
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
You all been getting a lot of candy and the round and beads and everything?
Yeah.
Awesome. And you guys, are you off school today? Do you have school today?
Yeah.
No school today? Are you going to pumped to go back to school tomorrow? Yeah, kind of. They're having a great time here. We just had a bagpipe band go past. Everybody, this is just so much fun. There is candy all over the streets right now. Beads, everything. This is an amazing, amazing time here in St. Paul.
Love the kiddos out there all dressed up. And here's another vantage point for you in downtown St. Paul.
Look at that.
Fantastic.
Now, Amy, let's go to Lauren Andrego. She's got some members of the Vulcan squad here. So let's go to Lauren. Lauren, what's going on?
Good afternoon. Perhaps the Vulcan, Vulcanus Rex. Thank you so much for your time today.
You're absolutely welcome.
You know, you've got some of your buddies stamping people with shamrocks on your face, but he stopped them and he said, no, you can't shamrock her.
I know you really wanted that, but we want to make sure that you look good for the folks who are watching, all the people across the cities.
Well, thank you, and you guys look fantastic as well. Tell me a little bit about what you guys are all wearing.
Well, absolutely. Well, first of all, we're the Vulcan crew, so we're the true and hottest group of the St. Paul Winter Carnival. In fact, I am the true king of the St. Paul Winter Carnival. So what you see behind me is the symbol of red, which represents warmth and joy. And let's not forget the St. Patrick's Day nod with our capes and our rooster caps that we have on our head. So
absolutely. Well, I'm feeling the warmth from you guys for sure. Flamius right there. Wow. Oh, you guys all have names. Sooty, Fertilicious, Ashes, Embrius, and you've got some tricks, sir. Wow. Where will you guys be after the parade?
I tell you what, we're not just going to be in St. Paul today. We're going to be in Minneapolis as well, because I'm the king of the people, and we got to make sure we spread love and joy throughout the cities, don't you think?
Absolutely. No discrimination on St. Patrick's Day. We love both cities. Well, I'll let you get back to the parade.
No discrimination ever, correct?
Ever.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great time, guys.
Have a great day. Oh, they're fun, Amy. We'll send it back to you.
Yep, the Vulcans will they'll bring the fun, they'll bring the heat. We've got candy flying, heads up for sure.
That was the most professional interview that I would have ever imagined on a St. Patrick's Day parade there.
Yeah, it's early. It's early. It's early. It's not even 1 o'clock yet.
So bring your own fire.
Check back in at 6 o'clock tonight on the Minneapolis site, and we'll see how things are going. But what a great day to be out there right now. And yeah, the Vulcans, and boy, Ryan, we are entering into the late 80s, early 90s here. Great era, by the way, on these entries.
Let's go back to Adam. Adam's got more friends. Do I see Klondike Kates?
Oh, yeah.
Is there?
Wow, I am so impressed. I did not know what Klondike Kates were, but we have the Klondike Kates from the St. Paul Winter Carnival. Is that correct?
That's right.
Can we get your names?
Oh, I'm Marette.
Marette?
23.
Okay.
I am Klondike K25, Amy Jo Peach.
Okay.
Jody Banner, K24.
Yes.
Cheryl, K19.
Yes, and one more.
The Kate with the most experience, Kate 17, Kristen Oster.
The Kate with the most experience.
Just today.
Just today. Hey, can you all, what's your favorite part of the St. Patrick's Day parade here in St. Paul?
It's St. Paul!
Absolutely. How many St. Patrick's Day parades is this for you all here in St. Paul?
This is my lifetime.
That's amazing.
Lifetime.
Hey, I just moved here to Minnesota. Can you tell me why I need to go to the Winter Carnival next year? What's it all about?
Because it's the coolest celebration on earth. And the oldest.
And the oldest. Well, I cannot wait for that. So thank you all so much. The Klondike Kates. We got it all here in St. Paul.
St. Patrick's Day.
Learning something new every day, Amy and Ryan.
That is a baptism by fire for the Winter Carnival right there. You run into the Klondike Kates, and they're gonna let you know, right? Love them.
We went
Love
from
that.
Vulcans to Klondike Kates. The royalty is out in St. Paul today,
They are
as to be expected.
Full force. We just saw the We Love Being Irish group. followed by the Fitzgerald Clan, the American Federation of Government Employees, Anchors and Tattoo, Shaughnessy Clan. Ryan, we're running out of
I know.
This is making me sad.
It's almost like we gotta, Scott Keller is on our main camera here. It's almost like we gotta tell Scott Keller now to go to the end of the parade route and we just do it all over again.
I think so. Let's just re-rack it and do it all over again. Once is just not enough. So again, you're watching the beginning of the parade route here, and an incredible day for the 58th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade, just one of the many festivities going on in St. Paul. Afterward, the Saints are throwing a little party over at CHS Field. After the parade, you can go there. There'll be live Irish music, dancing, beer, food, all on the concourse. It runs from 1 until 3:30. About $5 in advance, 10 at the door if you want to go check that out. So if you're missing the parade or don't feel like you're going to get there in time, you can still head over to CHS Field and take in some of the fun and
Can
the
we
activities.
get there in time, Amy?
Well, we have to be on the air for a little bit longer,
We
so
do.
I don't think so. But maybe we should send Adam and Lauren over there.
Speaking of Adam, he's caught up with the Flynn, Harris, Kelly, Larson, Daly. This is a whole group
Oh,
here.
fantastic.
He's got all kinds of
Let's
people.
meet him.
Adam.
Reminds me of Notre Dame undergrad days. Hey, can you give me a happy St. Patrick's Day? You know what? I asked them, I said, is this all one family? They said, yeah, we're all cousins. We're all here. This is all one family. They're all marching together. Are you all, today is school day? What's the deal? Are you off? No school. No school. It seems to be a common theme here in downtown St. Paul today. No school. What a great time. No school on St. Patrick's Day. Back to you all out there.
Now, a lot of rules out the door on St. Patrick's Day, right? It's just a day of tradition and a day of fun, right?
Amy, I wonder how many people maybe called in with that kind of March cold or cough today, and now they're popping up on Fox Local. So I hope we're not getting anyone in trouble.
Yeah, that's so true. Maybe they have enough, merch on, some sunglasses and a hat, and
yeah, nobody will recognize
green
me
scarf
behind these Clover glasses.
You're
here.
good, yeah. Although totally understandable, right? So is this the end of the beginning of the parade? It looks like. Do you see any more folks coming down the pipe, Ryan, or are we?
This might be it here. It's kind of like like at a golf tournament when they're done with playing the holes, the fairway's kind of open. It looks like fans are piling onto the streets and they're doing their own parade,
Cool.
but. I'll tell you what, Lauren Andrago is still in the parade, so...
Yeah, I think it's time to just check in with those two and keep the action going, right?
Yep, let's check in with Lauren. Lauren!
Hey Ryan, yeah, we are on 5th and Jackson near the end of the parade route, about a block from Mears Park. But look at this, it's the bounce team coming up. They were just throwing some girls in the air. They carry this banner around. It makes me laugh every time that says 1, 2, up she goes. And then that's the bounce team. Here they go, right here. Oh my gosh, she just somersaults right in there.
Ryan, how much should we give Lauren to do this? To just run up and just...
Oh gosh.
Lauren?
You guys know I'm not prepared clothing-wise to do what she just did.
But it would be such good TV. Oh, it'd be so fun. Hey!
Should we?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go set up getting bounced. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Is this happening?
Lauren, this is happening,
I
Ryan.
hope the bosses aren't watching.
It'll be fine. Wait, we got to go back to Lauren.
Did we lose our Lauren cam here, Leo?
Oh, there we go. She's...
Remote 87, there we go.
Okay, very careful, you guys. Precious cargo.
Easy does it. I've never been more nervous in my life.
Up she goes.
I'm crying right now.
You did it.
If you told me gonna do something and we're on camera, I'm gonna just do it, okay?
You
That's
did
the
it. I'm
bouncing
so
team.
proud
They're
of
very
you.
talented. They let a beginner like me. Someone held my sunglasses. Someone held my phone. Oh my gosh, that was fun.
I am so glad you're back on your 2 feet.
We're gonna go find it.
Way to go, Lauren. Oh, love it. I love it.
Got all of our stuff. There's the bounce team.
Thank you, Lauren. That was awesome. That was so great.
Employee of the month right there,
100%.
Lauren Andrego. Yeah.
100%.
Adam's got to top that.
Oh, yeah.
Adam, are you doing any bouncing like Lauren just did?
Adam, who's your friend?
Adam, take it away here. He can't believe what Lauren just did, so.
Hey, can you all hear me?
We got you.
We got you, Adam. Who's your friend?
Go ahead, Adam. I think he's still shocked about Lauren's bounce. He doesn't have any words. We'll check in with Adam once we get his audio figured out. But he saw what Lauren just did, and he just doesn't.
Speechless.
He's like, I'm not doing
I
it.
might have to call them back. Give me 1 second.
We'll check back in with him.
Well, you are watching the 58th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade in the beautiful city of St. Paul, the epicenter of all things Irish this time of year. And we've been so privileged to be able to bring you this parade live in its entirety. We started at the very beginning, Rice Park, and taking you all the way through as it's wound around to Mears Park. All of the families, the clans represented, and being able to share some of their heritage and their stories, and also some of the wonderful organizations that are all things Irish, from dancers to breweries to nonprofits. We've been able to see so much of what the Irish community has to offer in the city of St. Paul, and we're so glad that you've been with us here streaming on YouTube, on fox9.com, and our Fox Local app. This is all day live. This is what we strive to do during our couple of hours here from noon until 2. Every day during the week, we take you to live events. Sometimes it's fun parades, sometimes it's things at the state capitol or different events happening, but this was such a great idea by, I believe, our assistant news director, Mike Durkin, is the one who kind of pushed this forward, and we're so glad that we did. Wonderful, wonderful day.
I wish we could do this every day. This would be fun to do all the time.
Absolutely, I would love it. Yes, I think people would love that and welcome this kind of thing. News can get really tough sometimes, and when we can do things like this, it's a really, really good day, Ryan.
It's fun. Adam is ready now for us. He is good to go. He's giving me the thumbs up, so let's check back in with him.
Yes, I'm good to go here, Ryan and Amy, and I'm here with a very special guest here in downtown St. Paul. This is Nancy, and Nancy, this is a big day for you, right?
It is. 75 years old.
Happy 75th birthday, Nancy.
Thank you, thank you.
And she is celebrating here at the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Nancy, what's the best part about being born on St. Patrick's Day?
It's fun.
It's all fun. It's all fun. And how are you going to celebrate 75 years today?
Live another 75.
Nancy's going to live another 75. Maybe have a pint of Guinness with it and some corned beef and cabbage.
And we'll be right here.
And she'll be right here. Are you a St. Paul native, Nancy?
I am.
A St. Paul native at the St. Patrick's Day Parade, bringing in 75 years. What a story, Nancy.
Thank you.
And happy birthday. Happy
Thank
birthday.
you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, Adam.
Back to you all at the studio. I'm going to find some more fun people.
Okay.
Adam, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Can you ask her if she's an birthday girl?
Is she, wait, say that again. Is she a what birthday girl?
Is she an birthday girl?
An birthday girl. Are you an
I
birthday girl?
am.
She is an birthday girl and is very proud of her Irish roots and her Irish heritage.
Yep.
And there's no better day to be born than March 17th, right. St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
Awesome. Thanks, Adam. Yes, Ryan and I trying to get to the bottom of what an birthday girl is, and we found one. I'm so happy. Happy birthday.
We found one. Yes, we did. Happy birthday. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Back to you all.
What a great day to be out there celebrating your birthday. Love it. And again, we're seeing some of the entries come through as we saw them at the beginning, and now we're kind of toward the mid-end point of the parade. So Ryan, your wish came true. We're queuing it back up. and doing it all again.
Yep, I mean, sometimes you got to make things happen. This is an Irish dance, like a school here, or they offer classes. I remember seeing this as part of my research for this, Amy.
I'm looking on here. Okay, so we see the County Galway. Oh, yep. So this is the
Yep, the MacTier.
Yep,
MacTier Academy of Irish Dance.
Yes.
Is behind this group here, so you can see the young ones there jumping and.
And an assist here from producer Ross Tolman. MacTier is wolf. It means wolf, and it was founded by a woman by the name of Emily Wolfe. So there you go, picking up some Irish along the way as
and
well.
Confirmation that I mispronounced that completely too. So
I don't know if that's all. Can we hear any of this by any chance?
Let's see, Leo, can we hear? There we have it. And Amy, I'm glad we're kind of going through this. This was the part of the parade that got a little bit out of order. Either our notes were wrong or whatever happened. But so we're getting a chance to kind of go back and see some of these groups that we weren't really able to identify the first time around.
Yep, some Huskies in there we can see. Some breed education for some of those northern breeds as well. Allied Solutions, a St. Paul insurance company. Since '78, they've been in the community for a very long time.
I see Adam. He's got more people. Let's check in with him, Adam.
That's right, Ryan and Amy. I found some more Cretin Durham. It's all Cretin Durham. Raiders! Cretin Durham Hall is the pride of St. Paul. Hey, guys, nice little happy St. Patrick's Day. No school for Cretin Durham. Unbelievable. It's spring break. Was it last week? Mexico. It is an extended spring break for the Cretin Durham Hall students, and they're celebrating big time here in downtown St. Paul. Back to you all out there.
Hey, Adam, can you hear me? Oh, it might get too loud. Adam, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay,
I can,
can you gather them around and let them know that we have a mission for them? We need to find Joe Mauer.
Okay.
Scatter.
Guys,
let's go. Let's do it.
Alumnus Joe Mauer. Can we get him together? We're on it. The Cretin kids are on him. CDH kids are on Joe Mauer.
All right.
We're gonna get him.
If anybody can do it, it's going to be these kids. I just know it.
We trust you all.
He's our favorite alum. We love Joe Mauer.
100%.
Joe Mauer Fieldhouse.
Absolutely. We all heart Joe Mauer. 100%. Now go get him, kids. Thanks, Adam.
Absolutely. Yes.
Man, Ryan, I don't know if somebody like you or me, we're pretty simple folks. I don't know that we could hang out there. I mean, I think Adam is the perfect person. I think Lauren is the perfect person. I think you and I would get swallowed up.
I think what the nice thing about this parade is it operates on all kinds of different speeds, right? So there's the Cretin speed right there. But if you want to just sit back and kind of watch from a good view, you can do that too. I would like Adam to ask those kids what they think of the 2003 state championship game when my Eden Prairie Eagles beat Cretin.
Gosh, it's too bad we don't have time for that.
Yeah, well, that's another show.
Bummer.
Yep. Where are we here? We're back at the brewery here, the Metro Gnome Brewery.
This is great. I love it. We get a chance to check back in on all of these folks, and we're just going to keep going because why not?
Why not? And Amy, you mentioned this is the 58th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade in St. Paul. Do you know anything about the first one?
I got to go through my notes
you
here,
don't,
but if
I'm
you, I bet
ready.
you do.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's hear it.
So the first one came together in about 2 months. This is according to the website, so I'm not like a historian or anything. And the parade started at the Hilton Hotel, which is now the Radisson, and it went down Kellogg Boulevard, and it went to the St. Paul Hotel. It took about 40 minutes. And Agnes Sullivan was the first Miss Shamrock, and William Hickey was the first Mr. Pat.
Oh, so that was in '67?
That was in 1967. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. They gathered at a restaurant on a cold day during the winter carnival. They gathered at Gallivan's Restaurant and Bar, and came up with the idea of hosting a St. Patrick's Day parade. And the idea came together in 2 months, and here we are. 58 years later, look at how many people go to it. Tens of thousands come down to for this.
It's just incredible. So many people have been going for so many years with their family. Once it's a tradition and you grow up with it, I feel like you just have to go every single, hey, there's Lauren. You just have to go every year. It's just a part of, just, being from St. Paul and just, it's just such a great piece of history there. And again, if you get a chance, go on the Historical Society's website. I know that sounds like not super exciting, but they have so much great information about how the Irish immigrants came here and how they really helped shape the city of St. Paul. Yeah, so you can see this is a dummy. So just there we go.
It's not Lauren.
Be clear,
No.
it's not okay.
It's not Lauren. No.
No, Lauren is fine. No reporters were harmed in okay. Oh, back to life.
Good to go. Adam Lorenz is also fine. He has found maybe a family here, Adam?
Yes, we did, Ryan. This is the Davis family, and they're out here celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Yes. Hey, is this everybody? Is this your first St. Patrick's Day parade, the little kids here? Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. And what's your favorite part about being out here in St. Paul for the St. Patrick's Day parade? The beads. Hey, what are you guys going to do for the rest of the day? How are you celebrating the rest of the day?
Well, these guys got to drive 4 hours, and we're going to do something down here.
Oh, wow. 4-hour drive. All from Minnesota, yeah?
Yeah, Washington State.
Washington State. Oh, wow. We got people from Washington State, the Evergreen State, that are out here in downtown St. Paul. We got so many great people out here. Everybody's having a great time. Thank you so much, Davis family. Yes. Back to you all. I'm going to keep finding some more people. The parade's kind of ended here on the back end, but we still got a lot of revelers out here. We're going to have some more fun.
All right, Adam, sounds good. I think Lauren is ready to go too. You've got, Senator Tina Smith. Lauren?
Coming to me? Oh, hi. Hello. I've got Senator Tina Smith here, one of many important people we've seen along the route. How are you feeling so far?
Well, it's great to be here, and I'm really proud to be with these great public employees who are here talking about the great important job that they do, and I'm just glad to be here in solidarity with them.
It is a really special day where a lot of different organizations come together. Talk to me a little bit about the energy, because it's fun to see thousands of people here in St. Paul on a weekday.
Absolutely. I mean, it is Monday morning, right, and it feels really cold with the wind whistling through the roads, but people are excited, and I think there's a lot of positive energy.
What's on the agenda next for you today?
Well, I'm going to be, tomorrow I'm going to be talking to a bunch of Minnesota veterans about health care. I'm going to be going out to Wilmer in a day or two to talk about turkeys and how we need to protect against avian influenza. And then I'm going to go up and talk to some farmers in McGregor a little later this week.
Well, I hope you can enjoy today. Thank you so much, Senator. Appreciate your time. Thank you, guys. All right, Amy, back to you. A lot of important people here today.
All right, thanks, Lauren. Oh, look at that little cutie with the bright green wig. Hey, so many great folks of all ages. There you go. Hey, bud. Hey, can we hear?
You're open. Do we need your microphone idea, Amy? You could have spoken right to that child.
That's all right. Oh, look at that. It's Big Brothers, Big Sisters. Boy, organization since 1920. My goodness, they've been around forever. More than 500,000 children have had their lives changed here in Minnesota by that organization.
The very tail end of this parade that we're kind of seeing again here. The last few groups going through here as they make their way down.
Steamfitters.
Yep.
The
heading
Donovans.
Towards Mears Park. Heading towards that CHS field party, Amy.
I know it. The Fitzgerald clan. That is an amazing jacket.
I like that
you know who
outfit
probably
right
also has that jacket is Chief Meteorologist Ian Leonard. I would not doubt it.
Yeah. And Ian would wear it on just a normal
100%.
Thursday. Now, it wouldn't even have to be St. Patrick's Day.
Look at this. Oh, that is the way to go.
I got to get Henry that car right there.
I love it.
I got to get that for him. He can't drive it, but...
It's fantastic. You can pull him in that wagon right there.
Yeah, maybe the wagon first, then Adam, let's check in with you. You've got some more people. You found some more friends. Are these more Cretan people, or?
These are not more Cretan-Durham Hall students, but they are. Where do you guys go to school? Where do you go to college? Orchid College. We're out here celebrating the St. Paul-St. Patrick's Day Parade. Hey, what's your favorite part about the parade today? The energy and the beads. Yeah, I love that. And what are you guys going to do for the rest of the day? How are you going to celebrate it? Oh, all right. So hopefully everybody's 21 here. Yeah. We celebrated our 21st birthdays, and what's going to be the drink of choice today on St. Patrick's Day? Guinness, of course, the classic Guinness pint. So hopefully we'll have a good time out here, and the parade might be ending a little bit, but it's clear the party is just getting started. Just getting started. Back to you all. I'm going to go find some more people.
Yeah, the party actually will continue at CHS Field for folks who want to head down there. I imagine a lot of these folks you're taking a look at right now are probably heading that direction where they'll have food and drink on the concourse, music. It's, I think it was $5. Adam, it's $5 if you get your tickets ahead of time, and if you show up at the door, it's $10. So maybe head down there, and looks like that's maybe the tail end of things, Ryan.
Look at that. I mean,
there they go.
I don't have anything more to add other than look at that.
It's fantastic.
I wish I was there. It's a nice day.
It really is.
We'll probably make plans to go next year, and it'll probably be kind of 30 degrees and kind of that rain,
you roll the
snow,
dice. You know,
sleet.
this time in March, you really roll the dice on the weather. And I have been there years where it's just been sleet and snow and horrible, and I've been there and I have just been sweating. So it's anything. So I think today is just kind of a good day right down the middle. And that sun, as Mayor Melvin Carter said, that sun came out. It's just a gift for everybody who's out there today. And just a great day to celebrate all things Irish in the city of St. Paul.
And this might be a good time to remind people, as it seems like people are having their drink of choice today, that Metro Transit is offering free rides tonight after 6 o'clock. All Metro Transit routes, buses and light rails. So want everybody to have fun, also plan for a safe ride home, and Metro Transit can help with that. So
absolutely.
Adam is back. He's found another group and a potato.
You know,
random potato.
We have a potato, and this is a potato courtesy of Central High School. Central High School is out here today. Hey, is there no school? What's going on? They're skipping. You're on TV, you know that. You're sick. Everybody is very sick here at St. Patrick's Day. Everybody is sick. It says, especially at Central High School, I guess.
There's something going around.
Hey, can we get a little Central High School chant? You guys got a chant? Hey, we're celebrating. We're doing Central chants. Yeah. We got Irish potatoes here. We got everything going on here in downtown St. Paul. Yes. All right, I'll try to find some more school kids. Back to you all.
Adam's going to try to get some more kids in skipping school. Lauren, who you got?
Amy, are we here? Yeah. Hi. I've got nobody. Here at the end of the parade route, I just want to show you that things are getting wrapped up here at 5th and Jackson. They're heading about a block behind me to Mears Park, where there's food trucks everywhere. There's some festivities in CHS field as well. I want to let you know, if you're going to Minneapolis tonight, that parade starts at 6 p.m. It goes from 6th to 12th Street on Nicollet Hall. There's a wrap-up parade for a party at Ritz Pub. And meteorologist Cody Matz is the Grand Marshal tonight. So if you didn't get enough St. Patrick's Day action here in St. Paul, why don't you stop at Patrick McGovern's and head over to Minneapolis, because it sounds like there's going to be all day fun St. Patrick's Day celebrations happening in the Twin Cities. But here's a look at the tail end of the St. Paul parade.
It was really hard to hear her, so I'm just going to kind of reiterate some of the things that she was saying. So teeing up the Minneapolis-St. Patrick's Day Association Parade, which is set to start at 6 o'clock tonight. Our very own meteorologist Cody Matz is the Grand Marshal. And it's at Nicollet Avenue downtown, back in downtown Minneapolis. So you can come be part of the parade. You could be an onlooker, and it'll go from Nicollet Avenue and 6th Street to Nicollet Avenue and 12th Street. And then folks, just like folks are getting together at CHS Field after this parade, after the Minneapolis parade, there will be a gathering at Britt's Pub in the clubroom for folks if you want to keep the party going there. So lots to do today in the Twin Cities. These just two of the biggies, two of the biggest events. And hopefully you can get out and participate in some of it. And it's just such a happy day, Ryan.
I think what's clear is that just because the parade is ending, it doesn't sound like the celebrations will be ending. So plenty to do across St. Paul, and as you mentioned, Amy, across the river in Minneapolis, their big parade gets underway. Cody's involved in everything. He's got we had on all day. Where were we the other day? He's got his own burger.
Yes.
I mean, if there's a party, if there's a thing going on, Cody Matz is a part of it.
328 Grill, I think it was, in the American Legion in South St. Paul, maybe. But yeah, he has his own burger. Oh, yeah, he's incredible. So, what a day! What a fun parade to bring live to our viewers. I hope you all enjoyed it and had as much fun as we did bringing it to you. And let's do it again next year, right?
I think so. I think we should get down there.
Bigger
we should join
better.
Lauren and Adam. Yes. They were having, or send them back here, and we'll go out there, Amy. I think we can handle it. I think we can.
I think so. We can get our own float, maybe, and just make it happen. I love it. So do we want to kind of wrap and take a break and reset a little? Okay.
We'll reset and we'll kind of go back to your stand by for your traditional all-day programming.
And by traditional, we don't mean boring. It's really, really good. We're going to continue to cover live events here locally and let you know what's going on in the headlines as well. So yeah, Ryan's here. I'm here, and you know what? If that party keeps going, maybe we check back in with our friends at CHS Field. We'll see. You never know what's going to happen. You're watching All Day Live. We're so glad that you're with us here on the St. Patrick's Day. We'll be right back after this quick break.
You're watching Fox 9 all day.
Welcome back to All Day Live. I'm Amy Hockert, and if you've been with us for the last hour plus, you've been watching our live stream of the St. Patrick's Day Parade in St. Paul. We're so happy to bring that to you, and we really hope that you enjoyed it today. What a beautiful day for it. What a great day to recognize all things Irish today on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. This is All Day Live, and we are live weekdays from noon until 2. So if you're kind of left over from the parade and you're just hanging around to see what's coming, welcome if this is your first time. If not, thanks for being with us again. This is a time when we try to dig into some local headlines a little bit more, do some extended interviews, and just bring you hopefully all the things that you need to know today as you get through your day. Ryan, I think, do we have Corin that we want to go to?
We do, yeah. Corin is ready to go. He's at the Capitol, so we transitioned from all of our parade stuff here on Corin Hoggard, who is in St. Paul, but he's not, as far as we know, not taking part of any of the parade activities. I think he's been busy at the Capitol. So Corin, take us away. Tell us what you're working on today.
Well, first I want to say happy St. Patrick's Day to my dad, Patrick, and my nephew, Patrick.
Fantastic. Happy St. Patrick's Day, you guys. That's great.
For sure. For sure. The big story we're following here today is about the attempt on both sides here to create a consumer protection restitution account. Essentially, it's a fund that the state would keep to help people who are victims of scams. We've heard from a lot of people related to the AARP, mostly retired folks, and their stories of how they got scammed out of tens of thousands of dollars. And a lot of them are just kind of stuck because there's no tracking down the actual scammers, or there's no getting money out of those folks when they do track them down. And so what this would do is anytime the state won money in a scam case, anything that didn't go directly to the victims of that scam, instead of going to the state, half of it would go to this restitution fund from which people could pull some money. Say you lost $15,000 because somebody called and said your grandson was arrested for a crash in St. Cloud, which is literally something that happened to one of these folks, and you gave them $20,000 to try to get your grandson out. You could potentially claw back some of that money through this account.
It'll be interesting, Corin, to see how they sort of set thresholds. How much fault is the person who may have fallen for the scam, and how much fault is with the scammer, if you know what I mean. It feels like it would be kind of a difficult thing to pin down.
These people, to get money out of this restitution fund, would have to go through an adjudication that would determine that they were victims of a scam and that they're not, trying to scam the state now. This has been a high priority for AARP for the last 2 years at least. I know I talked to them about when they tried to do this last year, but they are probably in a better position with bipartisan authors this year than they were in the past. There are some concerns among some GOP members about just how much the AG's office would be in charge of this and how little they might have to be scrutinized publicly, and so that may end up becoming a different bill. But this is something that a lot of retired folks want. They're typically the top targets. 60 through 69-year-olds are the top targets, but 30 through 39-year-olds are the next top targets for the scams like this. So anybody of any age can be scammed out of money.
Yeah.
And this would be maybe one way that they could get it back.
And then just really quickly, Corin, a certification today, is it this on the 40B? Did I read that correctly?
That's right. So David Gottfried is going to be here with his certificate of election, which means he'll get sworn in during the 3:30 House session, which means a 67-67 tie in the House, and they go to the power sharing agreement that they originally negotiated before this session even started. Also, though, before they knew that the winning candidate in 40B didn't actually live in 40B and therefore would never take his seat. So now 40B will have its seat filled by a Democrat, which puts us at 67-67. Lisa Damuth stays as Speaker of the House, but all the committees, almost all the committees, all but one, are now evenly shared. No bills can get to the House after today without going through the Rules Committee that is evenly split. So definitely going to see a more bipartisan type of bill that reaches the House floor for votes.
Interesting. Okay. Anything else you wanted to pop in there before we let you go?
I think this was a big deal last year, but the DFL trifecta put in this e-bike rebate.
Yes.
Last year was the first year of it, and it was kind of a mess because it's a first come, first serve thing. So everybody swarmed the system on the first day they could get it. It was like 14,000 people went in there and tried to get these rebates. There was only enough money for about 1,500 people, so the first 1,500 people got rebates. There's one more year on this program, and they're doing a few things to try to fix it, including reducing the rebates and making it a lottery so that you don't have to do the first come, first serve, which tends to, have a bad effect on servers. But then there's another bill today, a House GOP bill that would just completely eliminate the last $2 million in this rebate program. So if you are buying an e-bike this year, you might want to stay tuned to those bills right there and figure out how much money you might be able to get back, if any.
Okay, good to know. All right, we'll catch you later, 5 and 6 tonight. Thanks for the rundown. Appreciate your time, Corin.
We'll see you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, you too, and to your family as well. All right, well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to probably try to dip into City Council, I believe is Ryan, right? City Council, a live event here where we're talking about the violence interruption programs there. There's been a lot of controversy around this, so we'll take you there live when that gets started. All Day Live continues right after this.
You're watching Fox 9 All Day.
And welcome back to All Day Live. I'm Amy Hockert. We're so glad that you're with us this afternoon. On this Monday, the sun is shining. Still a little breezy out there, a little chilly. We'll have your forecast here in just a little bit. We are awaiting a live event that we're going to take you to in the city of Minneapolis, where the city council is meeting over some of the criticism that's come over the violence interrupter groups, and one in particular. So I'll wait to set it up till we get a little bit closer, but that's what we're waiting for. Ryan's got his eye on that. We're also going to bring in our sports director, Jim Rich, to talk a little bit about everything, because there's so much going on in the sports world right now. And while we're doing that, Ryan, can we talk a little baseball?
Always.
Okay.
The first game's tomorrow.
Yeah.
At 5 a.m. So it's on Fox 9. So
yep.
The Dodgers and the Cubs are playing over in Tokyo. So I will be up just because I will be up, but I will definitely have baseball on. So it's baseball season.
It is, and I know this is, for folks who don't know, this is your jam.
Yep.
You have been to more ballparks in this country than you can shake a stick at. Almost all of them. How many are we short?
I've got 4 left.
I'm
going to do 2 this summer, so we're getting there.
All right.
They keep building new ones, too, which is... So I got to go back to a couple.
Yes, yeah. Your wife's going to be so happy about that.
She loves it. She's a part of some of them.
I know she is. That was part of the deal when you got married.
It was part of the deal.
Just so you know, this is who I am.
She's confused why we go to Arizona to sit inside at a baseball stadium when it's 85 and sunny out, but that's neither here nor there.
So good stuff happening here at home. I think the Twins just kind of unveiled some of the things that they're doing for the home opener, which is pretty cool. Are you excited for that?
Very excited for that. Twins open up on the road in St. Louis, but their home opener is April 3rd. That's a Thursday. First pitch is at 3:10, so typically it's usually a late afternoon start for the home opener. But Amy, the fun gets going awfully early, 6 a.m., breakfast on the plaza. So swing by. The Twins are usually, TC's usually there, and breakfast on them, so that'll be fun. So if you're up at 6 a.m., on April 3rd, swing by Target Field and you'll get some free treats.
Absolutely. Looks like DJ Mad Mardigan's going to be there spinning the tunes. He's the Timberwolves DJ, for those of you who don't know, so he does a great job. He'll be on the plaza. Tony Oliva, Kent Herbeck, Justin Morneau, Dan Gladden, Nelson Cruz are all going to be there helping to open up the gates for the first time. They've made some changes over the years to sort of entry and getting in a little easier. How's that been going?
Yeah, we'll find out. Basically, to summarize it, if you sign up through MLB's Ballpark app and I think kind of give them your photo and stuff, you can just walk in without scanning a ticket or anything. They just kind of know your face and they know that you have a ticket for the game. So we'll see how that goes. Anyone who's been to Target Field over the last year or so knows that the security has been a lot smoother in terms of you don't really necessarily have to go through a screen. They kind of are able to screen you as you walk in. So a lot of the ballparks have adopted those new security measures. It's all about getting fans into the ballpark faster. So that'll be here. You mentioned Nelson Cruz is going to help open the gates. He's not necessarily someone we refer to as a Twins legend like Herbeck, Oliva, Puckett, and those guys. Joe Mauer, we talked about him earlier today. But Nelson Cruz was kind of a fan favorite for the short time that he was here, part of that Bomba squad. Yeah. So he's kind of making his first official return for the Twins, and he'll help open up the gates. He's also throwing out the first pitch.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, Nelson Cruz, for fans who like to see him hit home runs, he'll be out throwing the first pitch on Thursday, April 3rd.
That's so great. And I know, I don't know, we want to wait for Jimmy to talk a little bit about Royce Lewis at all, or if you want to.
Yeah, sports director Jim Rich is going to join us, and I'm sure he's got kind of some insight.
All right.
But the gist of it is that Royce Lewis, another setback, hamstring. And if anyone saw that game over the weekend, he pulled up pretty bad, and it just kind of instantly, with him and Byron Buxton, you kind of, because it's never usually a quick thing, it's not usually a day-to-day thing. So, again, no timetable has been set for when he could possibly return, but Jim hopefully will touch on that, because that would be obviously a big loss, and to have it happen before the season starts is a big.
Yeah, it was the first game of the season last year when he got hurt too, I believe.
Yeah, remember he came out with a bang and did well, and then got hurt right away, and then was gone for a while, but then came back and hit more home runs. So
so hopefully everything is good there. There was a couple of things that happened during spring training that were really interesting, including the whole challenge thing, which I understand is not carrying over. Is that right?
It's not, and I think so far the experiment has gone fairly well. These are pretty quick. I've always kind of talked about, I think, the tennis reference. If you watch tennis on TV and someone challenges an in or an out call, then you see a video screen of kind of what the decision is. It's very similar to what baseball's doing. If there is a batter who is in there and thinks that the call was wrong, or the pitcher or the catcher, that's it, just those three. It can't come from the dugout. It can't come from the outfield. They can challenge it, and they just simply do like a tap of the helmet and say they want to challenge it, and then it's pretty instant, and then if it's overturned, it's overturned, and if it stands, it stands. So
And you get a couple of those, or how many do you get a game?
Yeah, I believe it was 2. I got to look back, and I think if you win your first 2, you might get a third, that type of thing. So you do have to be strategic on, and it's up to the players. So, a lot of times when you're seeing like in an NBA game, the challenge is up to the head coach. Certainly gets influenced by the players, but this is entirely up to the players. So if you have a player that goes up there and challenges a strike call or a ball call in the first inning and get it wrong, then you might only have one left then. So. Yeah. But yeah, again, as you said, Amy, that is not coming for the regular season. That strictly was a kind of a trial run during spring training. But anyone who follows baseball knows that that's probably the next step here, and we'll probably see that in the seasons coming up here.
That's great. And with the pitch clock changes to last season, I know you could sit and watch it for 4 or 5 hours. Not everybody wants to or can do that. So that really helps kind of speed up the game too.
I don't see why it needs to be sped up personally, but you know what? We're getting Jim Rich on the line here. He's here. So we're going to get Jim here, and he can talk about all these things here.
Fantastic.
So give me a second.
You do what you got to do to get Jimmy on there. Yeah, there's so much going on right now in the sports world. We got the Wild playing tonight. We've got the Wolves playing tonight as well. We've got the Gopher women with an NIT bid as well. Girls State High School basketball tournament just wrapped this past weekend. Just a plethora of stuff. Not to mention the Vikings, right? We haven't even talked about the Viking stuff.
I mean, we're still waiting on, what we're waiting on, obviously. But Jim Rich, if you're here, unmute yourself and we'll bring you in. Those are the conditions.
All right, fine. Usually people want me to mute myself, though. Not very many people want to hear me speak, so I thought that's the way you preferred it.
Jimmy, we love it when you come on, because during the traditional newscast, we never get a chance to just kind of chat with you. And we always tell people Jimmy has the best stories of anybody, and you're a great storyteller. And not everybody gets to hear that, because you're just going through highlights and you're ripping through your stuff in a couple of minutes. So we love it when you come on.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being so kind.
You're great. So let's talk a little bit about, I guess, the Twins. You were down at spring training. Tee us up here. What are we looking at as we get started, given also kind of the news with Royce Lewis?
Well, what we said, I spoke with Carlos Correa down there. We were talking about baseball, and I was saying, Carlos, I want to change the name of your sport. And he kind of looked at me kind of quizzically and said, what are you talking about? And he goes, I said, I want to change the name of your sport to health, because if you guys stay healthy, you'll win this division. And if you don't, you'll be right back where you were last year. And he goes, exactly. I mean, this Twins team just doesn't have the depth that other teams have. When you lose one of the big three, like we now have, with Royce Lewis gone with the moderate strain of his hamstring. Twins are not putting a timetable on it, but they've already ruled him out for opening day in St. Louis, which is not a surprise if you've seen the video. They just need to stay on the field. Last year, Buxton, Correa, and Lewis played only 22 games together all season long. Out of 62 games, that's it. And that's why the Twins fell apart at the end. So if these guys can stay together, be together, play together, they are a very good baseball team, but their backups just aren't up to snuff as of yet.
What was the mood when you spent quite a bit of time, down there? You're down there every day, every night. What's the mood in the clubhouse? What's the vibe? What, are these guys a tight-knit group, do you think?
Oh yeah, these guys get along great. There's not any egos that are too big in the room. And I think it is because Carlos Correa has taken over this ball club. He's wanted them to work out more. He wants them to take batting practice together. He wants to build the camaraderie of the team. And that hasn't done things the way they were done earlier in Rocco's regime. It was more like, you worry about you, and everything else will take care of itself. But Carlos says, no, I want everybody in the same drills, wearing the same uniforms, running together, fielding together, doing all these things as a team. So he says people can point out the flaws in what I'm doing. I can help them. and we could build this together. So no, they were very optimistic, very positive. I mean, you heard the news, Byron Buxton, no off-season surgery, no rehab. He had a normal off-season for the first time in 6 years. Correa's got the plantar fasciitis under control. That's behind him. He's ready to roll. And so is Royce. So they were pretty excited. I'm sure it's not a great mood around there today with this news, but overall, it's a pretty tight group. They know it's them against the world. They're not going to be like the Dodgers and sign people for $150 million a season or stuff like that. They know they got to do it themselves, but there are enough stars on this team to win if they stay healthy.
Yeah. Can I twist your arm and talk hockey a little bit here?
Oh God, I can't stand the sport, but okay, I'll do my best.
I know. So the Wild, it kind of feels like, they need to start, they're just kind of treading water right now, I guess is maybe one way to put it. Is that how it seems to you?
No, the water is filling up faster than they can push it out of the boat right now.
Okay.
Last 5 games, they've scored 2 goals or less. That's not going to win you much in the NHL. They have a 6-point cushion over the last team out of the playoffs. So if they play 500 hockey, get a couple loser points along the way when you either lose in overtime or the shootout, they can hold off St. Louis. But they've got to get some offense going. We're still waiting for Kaprizov. We're still waiting for Eriksson Ek, Jonas Brodin. Jared Rose, our photographer, was out at the morning skate today. Brodin was on the ice, no Kaprizov, no Ek, and until those guys come back, this team is going to have to fight to get a goal, not multiple goals, just a goal. And so the margin for error is so thin in every game, and soon it's going to be so thin for this team to hold on to their playoff spot.
Yeah. Man, that's a tough emotional roller coaster to be on as a fan when things are just, the trajectory is just so, it's just going in the right direction, and then it's been tough.
Well, yeah, I mean, you remember they were the best team in hockey around Christmas. They were on top of the NHL. Kaprizov was having an MVP type season. He was leading the NHL in scoring. You're like, wow, this is amazing. Billy Guerin really has got it all together. But then you start losing pieces left and right. Spurgeon was on the shelf. Brodin's been on the shelf. Came back. Eriksson Ek was out. Came back. Kaprizov out. Came back. All of these people's sliding out. And then you got Ryan Hartman picking up a 10-game suspension that got reduced to 8. But still, they couldn't replace him because when you're suspended, it's not taken off your active roster. So they still had to hold his spot and couldn't do anything else about it.
Okay. Oh, you're frozen a little bit. There you are. You snap back. Really quick before I let you go, I know people either love or hate talking about this, but I'm asking you about the whole Aaron Rodgers thing because you had a conversation with Pete Bursich, who is somebody who, a couple of the people I turn to on social media and that kind of thing. He's one of maybe two people other than you that I go to say, okay, this person tends to have their finger on the pulse. So what does Pete say about Aaron Rodgers?
Well, he's got a lot to say about Aaron Rodgers, and there's a couple of things here that are floating around. What exactly do the Vikings want Rodgers for? Is he going to be a tutor, a mentor, someone to really teach J.J. McCarthy the ropes of the game? He's ready to just hold the clipboard on Sunday. I don't think so. I think he looks at this Vikings team as one that he can come in and be the man. And if he signs here and then the Vikings say, no, we've decided to go with JJ, is he really going to be a good passenger and be a teammate? Or will he be on Pat McAfee every week, ripping the Vikings, ripping McCarthy, saying, oh, these guys don't know what they're doing here, because he needs the spotlight on him. That's, I think, one reason why this is dragging out. So we're all talking about him. He could turn on ESPN 24/7. They're talking about him. So do I see him coming in here and being the good soldier? It would certainly be an entire change of his personality and his MO to this point. New York, he got the GM fired, got the coach fired, and just trashed the franchise. So now Kevin O'Connell could be saying, you know what, I'm the quarterback whisperer. I can control everybody. I can rein Aaron in, and then if something happens to JJ, we could trot Rodgers out there, and then we don't have the circus we had 2 years ago when Cousins was gone, and then we had the Pasternak, Mullins, Jared Hall.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of ways to look at this, but more and more free agent quarterbacks are now gone. So this may be a shotgun wedding between the two. We'll have to see.
All right, Joey. It's just, it's so interesting to talk about, but hopefully soon we'll have some closure here so we can all move on with our lives. All right. Thanks, Jimmy.
It would be nice.
Appreciate you checking in. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, let's take a quick break, wrap the show here, get a check of your weather, and All Day Live will continue right after this.
Well, coming off of a cooler weekend, of course, we had that glorious Friday. Last Friday, our first 70s of the season. Then Saturday, we stayed frozen. We had our blizzard warnings out west on Saturday, multiple inches of snow. In the metro, we stayed frozen. 30s yesterday as well here in the Twin Cities. Today, we're heading to the 60s. 63 degrees. Happy St. Patrick's Day for us. Much warmer, filtered sunshine, a bit breezy. That southern and southeastern flow. 10 to 20-ish miles per hour. Some gusts higher than that, blowing us up into the 60s this afternoon. But a cold front toward the late afternoon and evening is going to cool us off through that Minneapolis parade this evening as we fall back through the 50s and 40s, then down to the 30s overnight tonight. And tomorrow, a little cooler, but still very pleasant, partly cloudy, and a high in the lower 50s. Then everything changes for a day. A big storm system rolling through the Midwest is going to bring a good chance for a wintry mix to some snow, probably a lot of snow. For southeastern Minnesota, nuzzling right up into the metro if we're not careful. Got to keep an eye on that. Currently, there's a winter storm watch for southeastern Minnesota into central sections of Wisconsin, just south of the Twin Cities. At the moment, that's where it's listed. Highs in the 30s on Wednesday. It will make an impact for our Wednesday morning commute. Several inches of snow for southeastern Minnesota possible with some blizzard-like conditions. But again, for the moment, that does not include the metro for that watch, that is. We will be impacted by some form of precipitation, however, and we'll probably see at least some accumulations for parts of the Twin Cities area. We'll have more on that, though, tonight and especially Tuesday morning, as there's been a lot of wobble with this forecast, and the area of low pressure that's coming our way has just now moved into the west coast of the United States. But on the backside of that, though, we welcome spring on Thursday with sunshine and 40s, then back to the 50s heading into the day on Friday. Fox 9 All Day Live continues. We're back right after the break.
You're watching Fox 9 All Day.
Welcome back to Fox 9 all day. We're glad that you're with us here as we're closing in on the 2 o'clock hour and our second hour of live coverage here. We had an incredible time at the St. Patrick's Day Parade in St. Paul. So big thank you to everybody who helped put that together. It was great to bring it to you live. We hope you enjoyed it if you had a chance to see it. Ryan Rablin is in the booth with me here this hour as well, Ryan. So the plan is we're going to kind of wrap things up a little bit here, but we also are holding on because there's a city council meeting that we want to dip into and take live here once that gets going, right?
Yeah, and I'm watching that, and they're coming up on that. They got one more item to discuss before that, and then they're going to get onto those violence prevention interrupters that we've covered a lot here, and our Paul Bloom has covered a lot on that as well.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. There's been some criticism around specifically one person, a nonprofit run by the Reverend Jerry McAfee, and a contract that he had, which looks like now it's been pulled. So they'll be talking about some of that, and we'll definitely listen in on that as well. Did you want to talk a little bit about March Madness?
I mean, my second favorite thing next to baseball is March Madness.
How about golf? We haven't talked about golf yet.
Well, yeah, I like golf too. Yeah, I like golf too. I mean, March Madness, yes, the brackets are out. Selection Sunday was yesterday. I take off work for this, so I won't be here Thursday and Friday. So this is kind of like my holiday. But yeah, I mean, have you filled your bracket out yet?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
And it is literally one of these things where I'm kind of doing this, which
That's
sometimes that is advantageous for people.
This year's pretty wide open, so a lot of people are jumping on Florida right now. Duke arguably has the best player in the nation, but he's been a little bit hurt. So, and then it's the upsets. What will happen in the early rounds? So yeah, tournament gets underway. The first 4 games get underway Tuesday night, but the actual tournament, as I call it, gets underway Thursday at 11 a.m.
Sounds good. There was another little sort of consumer story that you brought up to me, which is this store that a lot of, for sure, younger shoppers will know well, Forever 21. Sounds like
closing.
They are. Yeah, what's interesting is I walked through there because we happened to park. You can park outside. That's one of the entry points, and my daughter and I happened to walk through there, and it was like everything must go kind of a thing, and it was crazy. I mean, it was like $1 for this, and it was pretty wild. So yeah, that's.
It's not a store I'm familiar with.
Yeah, it's kind of like H&M, if you know what that store is. I think it's been around, I think maybe even longer. But yeah, gosh, I remember I used to shop there maybe 20 years ago.
I know a lot of those stores that are typically in malls have struggled. I think Express has filed for bankruptcy. So
yeah, I know H&M has closed some of their stores too. Yeah, there are a lot of them in these sort of brick and mortar, retail spaces. So yeah, that definitely. But you think with online, but their clothing is so inexpensive comparatively that I wonder if that's just hard to keep up with. So yeah.
End of an era. I know on social media seeing that people are like, I got all of my high school and college clothes there. So
yeah, it really was like when when you're in high school and college and you have maybe $30 to spend on a shop, going shopping, you could get a couple of things there. So that was nice, but yeah, that's too bad.
90 seconds here, Amy.
Oh, sorry, Costco gas hours. That was the other thing. Go, you got it?
They're extending them.
Okay.
And, they're going to be open an hour earlier, and they're going to stay open an hour later. So I think this is in the store hours, which I think are typically like 10 to 6. Yeah. Costco keeps usually
did that.
Banker hours.
Okay.
What's that?
I thought they already were open earlier, and because I've gotten gas before.
Or maybe it's an hour earlier than
that even.
Than that,
Ooh.
yeah.
Okay, I'll have to check.
But yeah, the company is recognized that people want Costco gas. I mean, if you drive by a Costco gas station, there is always a line, which for me as a Costco member, I think it's intimidating. I stay away from it. And I know people save money.
Not the one in Duluth. I'm just going to tell you right now, they have it built in a way that you'll never wait in line, and it's incredible. Duluth has it figured out, their Costco.
You got to get that figured out at St.
All right,
Louis
are we
Park.
going to break, or do you want to?
We'll go 30 seconds, and we'll take a break here.
Okay, and we'll try to come back and listen in on the city council meeting, so stay with us.
Yep.
You're watching Fox 9 all day.
Welcome back to Fox 9 all day as we wrap up a couple of hours of live coverage. We hope you've been with us during the St. Patrick's Day Parade in St. Paul. We had so much fun bringing that to you. And now we are going to join a city council meeting in Minneapolis and they're not quite there just yet. Ryan, is that right? Okay, so a couple of, I think at least one item maybe before the item that we're going to be focused on here, but we're going to let this roll for you. But essentially, there's been some criticism. The city of Minneapolis selected a nonprofit run by the Reverend Jerry McAfee for about a $600,000 contract to be part of this violence interruption program, the bigger picture here, his program. And the issue at stake is Reverend McAfee's comments in City Hall chamber where a council member said they felt threatened, claimed that they were targeted by homophobic rhetoric. So happening now in a couple of minutes, the administration and the Enterprise Oversight Committee is going to be meeting, and we'll be hearing a little bit more about this. So we're just going to kind of listen in here and let this go, but just know that that is, I believe, the next item up here on the agenda. You'll be able to pick it up from there.
I know you're giving kind of the second phase of that post-metamorphosis with the initial trainings for staff, but just wanted to get a sense of how did we determine that to be successful?
The Metamorphosis program? If I'm not mistaken, I believe that there's going to be another presentation coming up about all of the Metamorphosis outcomes. So this specific is in regards to a racial equity impact assessment and how to measure the benefits and burdens like of a policy, practice, budget, or decision.
Okay, and this is my first time hearing about a metamorphosis training for all things, but wanted to see if you all even had individual like metrics of success. We've had an ongoing conversation in this committee around just evaluation and program evaluations. So one, to get a sense of like what are those metrics that you determine to be successful based off of the support of this training.
And for clarity, are you talking metrics for our department or metrics specific for the training?
So I'm assuming the Metamorphosis training was for staff, correct? Yep. And you all brought those in or Metamorphosis as a vendor to provide that training to said staff, right?
Yes. What we're working on is the training specific for the repair harm model, thoughtful confrontation model, and then the race equity impact.
And again, the expected outcomes from that. So that's what I'm asking in terms of like metric success or outcomes that you determine will be effective.
Yeah, we're in the process of building those out. So we just started the contract and work with Good Works around it. So part of the metrics is number of attendees or number of city employees who attend the training, looking at the post survey and getting individuals' feedback around the training and was it effective and impactful. And then with outcomes, it's around organizational, cultural, and organizational change behavior, which sometimes is a little bit difficult to measure, but looking at how were we utilizing the My Minneapolis survey results year over year to determine like is this training helping to impact some of like the racial equity questions within the My Minneapolis survey.
Okay, is that the one that's being rolled out by the Human Resource Department?
Yes.
Okay, so just even thinking of that, because I know when we received a presentation from HR, they talked about some of those dynamics of culture and breaking that down by, racialized experiences and seeing if there's things in that too, again, like if there's metrics that you're looking to evaluate even from that survey of like a shift, or is it participation of trainings or
And there's participation in trainings, and then I will say also with some of the, like with the My Minneapolis survey, because the organizational change and behavior change that's going to happen is going to be like, it takes years in order to get to and actually see the momentum grow. But looking at, like with this training and some other things along with HR, it's almost like a piece of a pie with the culture change, and like the training that we're doing is like one small piece of the stuff that we're doing with HR or that HR is doing. Okay. Does that answer it?
Somewhat, yeah. Are you all going to be working with the Office of Performance and Management at all around some of that ongoing evaluation that I know they're going to be doing in the next year? Okay. Next question related to actually the truth and repair harm model. I know that has been a focal point in terms of how you're guiding somewhat the truth and reconciliation work that you all have been doing in the department. And I know you all, with even this presentation, have shifted to a more internal focus in providing services. So I guess I would like to get a sense of what does that mean for the external work around truth and reconciliation, if basically you all are just shifting into an internal phase for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I would say for Chair Wansley, for the truth and reconciliation work, well, starting off, for me, it's not shifting, it's getting us into alignment of what it is that we're supposed to be doing with our duties and responsibilities, which is really internal facing. And specific for truth and reconciliation on the next quarterly update, we do want to provide an update around the work that we are doing with StoryCorps around truth, healing, and reconciliation to be able to share kind of external community facing what that looks like.
And then also going to the racial equity impact analysis, Rhea, just thinking of, I know you're focusing on HR, but even HR has to complete REAs and things of that nature. And this is where I'm trying to get a sense of the metrics of defining success and how we can start to track that at a more granular phase. So we've had this long conversation around in the legislative process, what would it look like to update that REA and to modernize it and improve it. So just trying to get a sense if any of this work will also lead to potentially updating this critical part for departments to have to say, okay, this is how we're approaching this item we're submitting for consideration by council, and the racial equity analysis we did on the item.
Yes, Chair Wansley, thank you for that. I'm in full agreement because the REA and the current RCA process is probably about a decade old from when it was first started. And then with this equity impact assessment, it's we're taking and figuring out the questions in our current REA and how to blend that into the equity impact assessment that Good Works has, along with some of our own city's definitions around race and racial equity. So that customization of it. So the equity impact assessment that Good Works has is a lot more detailed than the city of Minneapolis' current REA. And the thought process is that if a person is trained on a more comprehensive race equity impact assessment from another organization, they should be able to complete the city of Minneapolis' current race equity impact assessment to get to more actionable items and results, if that makes sense a little bit. So, and we're working on blending the customization of the race equity impact with Good Work so that it connects to some of the concepts and definitions that we have within the city of Minneapolis, the operational policy priorities of the SREAP, et cetera. So that assessment will be kept tethered and connected to other racial equity initiatives.
Okay. And then just my last question, just knowing that we have had lots of conversation around interconnectedness around other identities within racial equity in terms of gender, sexuality. I know budget amendments moved a lot of that work out of REIB, so I just want to get a sense of, is that work primarily going to be taken up by NCR now, or how will you be relaying that type of interconnected analysis around those different identities in this particular work?
Thank you, Chair Wansley. So with the equity impact assessment or race equity impact assessment, there is, there is a piece around other people's identities and intersectionalities. So not just, we're leading with race, but not leaving out people's other intersectionalities. So when individuals are doing an actual thorough equity impact assessment, they will be asked to consider other people's other self-ascribed identities.
Okay. I think definitely in the next quarterly update, we'd love to hear a little bit more even about this piece of where you all are at. I know you mentioned it's kicking off in Q1, and it's starting a little bit behind, but I do see Council Vice President Chuck Ty in queue. So thanks for answering my questions.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for this presentation. I know in a previous quarterly update you mentioned as well that there's some work underway to just reevaluate the REAs and potentially update those or provide additional training. I'm wondering if this work is including or is in consultation with, collaboration with, anything of that sort, our clerk's office, as the purpose of REA, which is embedded into our request for council action, committee action. Its purpose is to inform the public and decision makers about the impact, the racial equity impact of an action that's before us. So just wondering if you're talking with the clerk's office.
Chair Wansley, Council Vice President Chuck Ty, we will be talking to the clerk's office. And then in addition, for Metamorphosis, all department directors and their direct reports, and the clerk's office was invited to attend Metamorphosis. So within Metamorphosis, there was a section.
Welcome back to All Day Live. We've been waiting for the Minneapolis City Council to talk about funding requests for various violence prevention